become a headliner at the tournament. Still apart from his basketball team, we know little about that school, so we dispatched our Gary Paul Gates to the desert for a look at the quiet campus in the shadow of the neon strip.
People seem to have trouble imagining a real university in the shadow of the Strip.
The famous Vegas Strip, a landmark that speaks for itself.
This is the perception that UNLV has to live with, and the people here insist it is not their true identity. They point out that on this campus there are no garish, neon-lighted signs directing students to class. Nor is there any truth to the snide notion that at the end of freshman year, a student can play double or nothing with his credits, and if he wins, leap ahead to become a junior. That is the kind of image that UNLV is striving to overcome.
In classical music, in theater and ballet, UNLV is taking the cultural high road, and they want the rest of us to know that.
A lot of our part-time instructors, for example, are trained classical musicians who play for a living on the Strip.
I must confess, I have a problem with Las Vegas as a center of the arts. It was once said about something that it had as much appeal as an Ibsen festival in Las Vegas. Now, isn't that the perception?
I'll tell you a convention we're having this summer that sounds about as esoteric as an Ibsen's festival. We have the International Double Reed Society.
And in an effort to enhance its academic reputation, the school has $1 million endowment for scholarships to valedictorians from high schools throughout Nevada. That's what brought Susan Romero to UNLV.
I felt that it's about time was my kind of attitude towards it, that they finally started rewarding students for academics rather than just sports.
Of course, it was sports, namely basketball, that put UNLV on the national map. And although some of Jerry Tarkanian's recruiting methods have raised questions about his program's integrity, there is no doubt that the success of the Runnin' Rebels has been a big attraction, as we found out when we asked other students why they chose to come here.
Well, it's the #1 hotel school in the country, just like the #1 basketball team in the country.
Well, I like this school. It's getting a good reputation. The hotel management school here.
Ah, yes, the hotel management school. That may be the biggest draw of all. UNLV's hotel and restaurant school ranks among the best in the country, and here the Las Vegas Strip offers the students a real-life laboratory.
What we sell is a school close to a community in which the chance for work and involvement is very great.
But in most Las Vegas hotels, the specialty of the house is not necessarily good food and entertainment. And to deal with all that, a very special course is required.
I would venture to say that we probably are the only university in the world that has a funded chair in gaming management.
That we had to see, and we later visited a class in casino management. So welcome to the world of high mathematics, Las Vegas style.
What one sees when you go into the lab are the tables. But in fact, we're doing management theory. We're offering a course in statistics. What type of payoffs does one encounter?
And so UNLV, and the community it serves, offers a variety of challenges to the curious young intellect. It all depends on one's personal taste and preference. Speaking only for myself, I plan to return next summer, in time to catch the action at that International Double Reed Convention. For CBS Sports, I'm Gary Paul Gates.
Gary, talk.
So what made you want to take Kingsley's course? You know it's the toughest one on this campus.
The toughest course at UNLV.
Yeah.
And that's saying something.
Tell me about it. Every course at UNLV is a killer.
Yeah, well, if you don't like to study...
I know, don't come to UNLV.
Quiet, Kellner. He's coming.
Good morning. My name is Alfred Kinsley. This class is the Principles of Blackjack 1. Before I begin, permit me to make a few remarks. You come to the University of Nevada, Las Vegas, with your minds full of mush. When you leave, you will think like casino operators. How will you achieve this goal? Through very, very hard work. I will accept no excuse for failure, particularly that most tiresome of all excuses, I didn't have the time. If If you have time for pizza with your friends, you have time for blackjack. If you have time to listen to rock and roll music, you have time for blackjack. If you have time for basketball, you have time for blackjack. I trust I have made myself clear. Now then, as this is the introductory lecture of the course, it will be uncharacteristically brief. We begin in earnest on Wednesday, at which time I trust I need not remind you, you will have completed the assigned reading in Alto Ballet's Beating the House the Frank Alto Ballet Way. Class dismissed.
Well, another Saturday night in the library, huh? Some social life. What do you got there?
Well, Fundamentals on Casino Greeting by Joe Lewis. It's really repetitive, but you gotta know it.
You just started, Lewis, and the test's in a week. Good luck, Haggerty. Kellner, quiz me. It's for Professor Acker's course.
All righty. Okay. 2 cherries and a gold bar.
You would lose.
Right, okay. Okay. A cherry, a lemon, and a gold bar.
That's... You'd win. No, you'd lose. You'd lose on that one, too.
Okay, correct. Let's see. Okay. 3 gold bars.
Jackpot.
Oh, you know this stuff.
I've got a photographic memory, Kellner.
Hey, do you know if anyone saw the game tonight?
Do you know anyone who has time for basketball at UNLV? Seriously?
Yeah. Hey, great! You got notes from the Siegfried and Roy lecture.
No, I'm using them.
No, you're not using them.
I was about to use them. Go to hell, Kellner. Oh, great. Now look what you've done.
What are you talking about?
Oh, you know, that's your plan, isn't it? To sabotage my grades. You think I'm stupid? I wasn't born yesterday.
Stop it! Hey, wait a minute. Look at us. What are we doing to each other here, huh?
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. It's the pressure.
Is it the family again, Snyder? Is it the family?
Yes. When your uncle is Jimmy the Greek, everything's so neatly planned out. Croupier at 21, pit boss at 25. What? 30 years old and not even running the Aladdin? Whatever will Uncle think?
It's okay, Snyder.
No. Operator! I can't take it!
Snyder,
Let him go.
I'm so worried about him. It looks like he's close to nervous breakdown.
Yeah, well, let's not kid ourselves, Carol. Everybody at Nevada, Las Vegas is close to a nervous breakdown.
Next on the new paper chase.
You have a moment, Professor?
Certainly, Professor Tarkanian.
Professor, you flunked one of my players, Clarence Briggs.
That is correct.
Professor, Indiana beat my basketball team by 4 points. If we had Clarence Briggs, we could have beaten the spread.
Coach Tarkanian, Mr. Briggs failed my class by exam.
Oh, come on, Professor. He correctly identified 5 of the 6 chip colors. Now, isn't that good enough?
Mr. Tarkanian, 5 out of 6 chips might be good enough at other colleges, but while I have anything to say about it, the University of Nevada, Las Vegas will continue to maintain academic standards second to none.
Well, there's that phrase again, academic standards. Seems like that's all we ever hear about at UNLV. That's what brings the students here, even my players. Hell. I know they don't care about basketball. To them, basketball is just a ticket to a UNLV education. Sometimes I wonder, what kind of people are we turning out? Oh, sure, when they graduate, they can run a crap table, set up a row of slot machines, or even program an air conditioning system. But I can't help thinking maybe there's a less serious side to life. Is there some small place for athletics at UNLV? I think there is, Professor. What do you think?
Coach Tarkanian, get out.
Next on the new paper chase.